Hey everyone, many of us are trying to film ourselves today using our iPhone, our desktop, or our laptop computer, and it's really dark or really noisy or doesn't look very good. And so I want to encourage you guys by giving you one tip today, one simple, great tip, and that's how to properly light yourself. So the first tip I want to give you is position yourself in front of a window. It's the best lighting that you're going to get without any type of studio lighting. So basically take your laptop, your phone, or reposition your desktop computer so that way you're facing the window. So as I turn and face the camera, my face is lit up. It's bright, you can see everything, there's not a lot of noise or that grainy fuzzy thing when there's not a lot of light around the camera. So one tip I wanted to give you guys was use the auto exposure, autofocus tip on the iPhone. And what that is sometimes you'll click on the iPhone and you'll see this little box pop up. Basically what you wanna do is you wanna click where your eye is or where your subject is to get in focus. And then you wanna click and hold. And basically, it'll do this auto exposure, autofocus lock. So if you're moving around and you've got a dark or very light background or a black shirt, none of that is gonna change. And so I'll show you what happens right now. So when I move really close, you can see that my shirt doesn't change, right? This is really awkward, but this is the best example that I have. But if I click off that auto exposure, you see it's gone, and I click on my shirt, you see how everything just kind of brightened up for a second? And now if I click and hold on my shirt, you can see that my face is a lot brighter than it was before. It's almost too bright. Now, the thing about this is when you click on, let's say your eye again, you click off, you see it's back to normal. So let's say you're in front of a window or you're using a light and it's just too bright or maybe a little too dark, you can then readjust, click and hold, and then move it down, swipe down or swipe up to get darker or to get brighter. So that's just a helpful tool that if you can't get your light exactly right, you can make a small adjustment using that feature. Okay, so what if you don't have a window or you gotta make a call at night? So here's what you gotta do. So I'm looking back at the phone and over in my top right hand corner over here is my light it's just a normal light, a fan light, and you can see that I'm looking at the camera. There's a little bit of a shadow here, so maybe I'll turn and there we go. Positioning myself in front of the light so it all flows on my face clearly. Now, obviously this isn't ideal because it's still very dark in here and you can see there's all types of noise, but if this is all you have, this is all you have. But what I wanna recommend, I'm gonna go back this way. What I wanna recommend is buying just a cheap light. So we bought these lights for my wife. Here, I'm gonna walk over and turn this light on. We bought these lights for my wife. And you can see that they're much brighter. They're much brighter here on the phone. Everything looks different. And basically the brighter the pixel, the sharper. And so you know how there's all that noise before? It's all gone now, or much of it is gone. And so this is just a cheap $100, $150 light pack. And what you can do on your iPhone is you got that auto exposure, right? You tap and hold, auto exposure, autofocus lock, and then you can pull down if it's too bright. And now you can see my face is a lot more exposed. That's probably even still too bright. But you can see there, that's probably a lot better. Hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. There's a bunch of different types of light out there. There's this big softbox light that you can use and you can buy. You can buy a free pack one where you can put one on your face, one on the side, one over your head if you really want to get into it. There's also little lights like this where they're just LED lights and I can show you, and they brighten and they dim. You can use a light like that, or you can use one of those ring lights. I would get one of those ring lights that actually pump out a little bit more. I can link some on the description. I've used a few, but that was a while ago. Obviously, when you look at the camera, you're gonna be squinting a little bit. What I like to do is I like to put a little piece of, what is this, a Post-it note right here, just right above the camera, so it gives me something to stare at, and just try to get used to staring at people. I know the temptation for us is to want to look at ourselves, but here I'm looking at myself, now I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at the camera. I'll just do it with my eyes, looking at myself, looking at the camera, looking at myself, looking at the camera. So you can see that it's very important to, when you're talking to your clients or talking to people, to try to look at the camera, and that way it makes them feel like you're talking to them. So that's my lighting tip for today. If you're gonna film with your phone at home and you're just a novice user, find a window, find a light at your home that's the brightest light, and just position yourself underneath it and face it so it covers your face. You'll be able to see it also in the reflection or in the video of your camera or your computer. Or if you can, try to buy one online. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can see right now what it's doing. It's brightening my face a whole lot more than just a house light. All right, everyone, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.